welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a story time video. You guys really seem to love these. I'm filming against this wall because my whole rest of my room is a hot mess. But I thought I would tell you guys about the first time that I was in a car crash. I think you guys would get like a little giggle out of it. I think it's pretty hilarious, kind of scary, and just really jumbled. So the first time I was ever in a car crash, I wasn't driving. It was actually my younger cousin Stephanie, and this also takes place in Central America. The law and everything is way different than it is out here. I'm gonna tell you guys this because I just want to be honest with you guys, and at this point I guess it doesn't even matter because she does have her license. But in that moment, my cousin did not have her license. Now you're talking to somebody who lives in the United States. Obviously, if you do not have your license and you drive in the United States, you can get in a lot of trouble. This is like a give or take. In El Salvador, it might not work that way. Like, it all really depends. I don't really know the law out there. Basically, she's a great, I refuse to call her a great driver. She's probably hating on me for watching this, but she's a decent driver. I've seen worse. We had already had some bad little encounters and I was like, yo, watch out, watch out. We ended up going to the Steve Aoki concert. This was about 2 or 3 years ago. I think you guys may have seen me vlog that day. She was actually in that vlog if you guys watched me way back then. I even said I was in a car crash. Her mom is my aunt that passed away like 2 years ago, so in case you guys remember that you guys were all tweeting and all that. My aunt was alive during this point. We're driving by the presidential house. And this is how I remember this, like, exactly. We're driving by the presidential house. I'm doing my makeup, like, in the car, so I don't have my glasses on. And I'm not driving, she's driving. This is, like, one of the busiest streets in El Salvador. And, like, nobody pays attention to signals. Like, obviously, that kind of accident would never happen out here, I feel. There may be lights, but nobody listens to lights out there. Like, you just go if there's space for you to go. We weren't even turning. We were gonna go straight. And a car was coming this way. She looks, and there's no car. But another car just like went out, so she stopped her car. She's like, what the hell? And I was like, oh my god. So I looked up. She looked like she kind of looked around, and I was like, cuidado! And like, boom, like this car just like came in and hit us. There was a car blocking that car, so that car couldn't see that we were there. But I guess we were kind of in fault because we kept going. But then there was also a car blocking that car from seeing, obviously blocking us from seeing that car. So we ended up hitting the car, like the car was going straight and we were going straight, so we kind of hit it to the side. It kind of looked like the car wanted to curve in this way, even though if you were going to curve in, you would have to curve in this way, not behind us. It was so weird. Yeah, we completely messed up that guy's door. Here is where the fun part comes. Because I was like, cuidado, like, watch out, basically. So it's like, if I could have said that a little earlier, maybe I could have saved us. Impacted and her car just like stops. Like, mid-freeway, all these cars are trying to go by. It's not even a freeway, it's just a really busy street. She was like trying to get away because she's like, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm gonna go to jail for this. This is not allowed. And I was like, this sounds like the United States. I mean, you don't have a license. What are we gonna do? She's trying to back up, and the guy's like, where do you think you're going? It's like this old guy in like the most beat up, nastiest car that I've ever seen in my life. And, like, no offense to shitty cars, but this guy just looks so gross, and you can clearly tell that he was like a scary guy. And I'm not trying to say like, if that would have happened here, I wouldn't have been scared, but it's just like being in Central America, like, I get scared, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like all that on my shoulder, and I was like, we're gonna die. She gets out of the car, and I was like, Stephanie, do not get out of the car. Like, I was like, I'm not getting out of the car. Like, don't get out of the car. Let's just, like, I don't know what to do. She's trying to, like, reverse, and, like, the car won't move. His car won't move. He was waiting for our reaction. He was like, I might have to call the police. It wasn't like, I'm gonna call the police. He just kind of stared at us, and it's like, I honestly don't think that guy had insurance or anything like that yet. I don't know how things out there work. But I was just like in my head, like, really, bro, you're gonna call the police on us? Like, really? He's like, so what am I gonna do here? Like, obviously you need to give me money or do something about this. What are you gonna give me for my door? My cousin just kind of just like said the worst thing she could possibly say. She was like, please don't call the cops. We'll give you money. We'll give you whatever you want. Like, look, this is my new Michael Kors watch. Like, I'm not lying to you. She got her Michael Kors watch stolen. I don't know if I gave her that watch or when I came back, I got her a new watch. I don't even remember. I think I got her one afterwards. That's what happened. We gave him like a $200-something watch and $200 cash. Like, she gave him a $100 bill and I had to pop out money and give him $100 because I saw her looking at my ring and I was like, don't you dare. Because I'm gonna let him take you before he takes my ring. Just saying. Unless I were to like get like jumped, of course I'd rather give up my stuff than like them do anything to me. But in that moment I was like, this guy is abusing. I was like, this is so not allowed. I didn't want my cousin to go to jail. Obviously now I know that's impossible. I was really scared that this guy was taking our stuff for that, and he was like, well, what kind of makeup does she have? And I was like, you're not taking my babies. It's like my $50 naked palettes. I was like, that's like 25 cents. Don't touch them. I was so scared. I did not want my shit robbed. People are like honking because the guy wasn't letting us go. They're like, damn, let's see, like, let them go. And they're like, oh man, let these girls go, let the girls go. My cousin, and she's like the strongest cousin. She's freaking beautiful and like that, but like growing up, she was a tomboy. She's always been the strongest, I feel, and like the one who doesn't give an F, basically. So to see her get scared and things like that and cry, it's like a 1 in a million chance that I was like, I should totally be vlogging this. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because this guy's gonna try to add my camera to his list of things to take. I was like hiding everything, honestly. I was terrified. Like, Like, it's not like out here that people pull over, pull us aside, you know, exchange information. That doesn't happen out there. Whatever, the guy leaves, we give him money, we can kind of like slowly move the car. The car's going boom, 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 making noise. If you guys also want to hear about how our tire popped in El Salvador, I daily vlog there, but I can tell you guys a whole story time if you guys would like to hear it. It's one of the most scariest things that's ever happened to me in Central America. And there's a long story. I'm sure if you guys go back and see the vlogmas, you guys can hear all about it. But honestly, this is probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me was that time. So if you guys want to hear that story time, comment that below. So basically, we get to this gas station. We call my aunt, tell her what happened. She starts freaking out. And she's like, don't worry, I'm on my way. We call her sister, who's she's a year younger than me. So Stephanie's 2 years or 3 years younger than me. So we call her up and she's like, hey, I'm like around the corner kind of, but there's traffic. I'm on my way there. I had never seen my aunt without makeup. That was like the first time. And I think like one of the last times that I ever saw my aunt. And that was actually the last time I saw my aunt was that trip. So it's kind of like sentimental and I really like the memory, even though it's scary. It's just like her being that hero for that while, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's something dear to my heart. That may not make sense to you guys, but it does to me. So they're on their way there and we're at the gas station. These guys pull up in a pickup truck. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when some man approaches me in Central America, I get like a defensive, like I'm always like looking out, like looking at my surroundings because I get so scared. And the guy's like, hey, what happened? And like, I don't know if my Spanish, it's like, if I'm speaking Spanish, people can get off that I don't live there. I don't know how they do it, but they know. They're like, what happened? What happened? I was like, yo no sé, el hombre, like, he was, like, telling us, like, we had to pay him money because, like, we hit his car. He wasn't trying to call the cops after, like, because my cousin was like, you know what, just call the cops. I don't even care anymore. Because he wanted more things, and we didn't have anything else to give him. He's like, no, I'm not going to call the cops. And that's when we're like, this guy probably didn't even have insurance or something like that. The guy's like, here, we'll help you out. And I'm like, Stephanie, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, honestly, she's like, no, it's cool, it's cool. So her bumper was, like, falling off. Like, when I tell you guys her bumper was falling off, like, it fell off. The guys were so nice. There was 2 guys. They were honestly so nice. They were like, hey, we have rope. And I was like, hold up, bro. You got rope. You're going to tie us up with that because I don't know how I feel about all that. Hold up. This ain't no 50 Shades of Grey. You are definitely not Christian Grey. Get the hell away from me. Speaking in Spanish, obviously, and the guy's like, you're not from here, are you? And I was like, oh, shit. Are you going to ask for money, too, because I'm not from here? You think that I have money because I come from a different country? No, like, I'm poor. Like, don't come near me. I was like, are y'all going to charge me for trying to fix the bumper, too? Because I ain't got that kind of money, man. He's like, so is del norte, which means, like, you're from north. And I was like, hold up. I don't rep the north. Like, I thought he was talking about, like, gang sign. I was like, no, I don't rep anything, bruh. I don't rep anything. I was scared. And he's like, no, like, you're not from here. I wasn't trying to tell him that I wasn't. And he's like, because I could tell by your voice. He's like, I'm from Georgia. And I was like, oh, you speak English. Hi, you saw that? That shit doesn't happen in the United States. We just kept talking in Spanish, and he's like, don't worry, like, we got this. So he grabbed the rope. They literally, like, tied the bumper. Like, the guy got under the car and, like, tied it, which is, like, it's something really nice to see in El Salvador. Like, people are really genuine and things like that. And my aunt and my cousin finally show up. This is why, like, I honestly miss my aunt in moments like this because it's like, she got up like she was about to whoop these guys' butt because she thought that they were the ones who crashed into us. She's like, apártese de la niña. She was like, back up away from the girls. We're like, no. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like, these are 2 guys who just, like, helped us. They were talking to my aunt. He's like, the guy was, like, abusing the fact that these girls didn't know their, like, rights were and things like that. He saw that they were scared and he took advantage of that and he took what he could. I'm surprised he didn't take more. And I was like, my stuff. We drove back to my aunt's house. It was just so genuine that my aunt made me my favorite thing that she would always make me, which are just like dobladas. It's the last time I've had that in grape juice. That like grape juice always reminds me of her. But like the grape juice that they sell in El Salvador, like I don't like grape juice out here. There's something about the one that they sell in El Salvador that's amazing. The worst thing that I thought was it's just like the security in El Salvador. I think that we were outside the presidential house. Like that's like being outside of the White House and them seeing a car accident, like being like, that ain't our problem. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Don't forget to let me know if you guys want to hear the one about our tire popping so I can go more into detail on that one. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you guys like it. Comment below any video ideas and if you guys want that other story time of tire popping in the car. And subscribe because it's free and it notifies you when I upload a new video. And what else? Follow me on social media. The thing should be blowing around on the screen somewhere. And yeah, bye everyone.